devil's workers, or devil's lovers. That's how they were called like many years ago. They were burnt out alive or executed. And yes, I'm talking about witches. And here's a list of 3 real witches who existed at some point in history. Number 1. Mother Shipton. Mother Shipton was a feared and highly regarded English prophetess of the 16th century. Born to a mother who was also suspected to be a witch, Mother Shipton was described as hideously ugly and disfigured, so much so that the locals called her Hagface and believed her father to be the devil. Despite all of this, she was believed to be England's greatest clairvoyant and was often compared to her male contemporary, Nostradamus. Also, according to legend, she had predicted the Spanish Armada, the Great Plague of London, the Great Fire of London, and the execution of Mary Queen of Scots. Thankfully for her sake, Mother Shipton didn't die by sword like so many accused witches before and after her. Instead, she died a normal death, and is said to have been buried on unholy ground on the outer edges of York around 1561. Number 2. Agnes Sampson. It was a perfect storm to kill witches, and that included Agnes Sampson, who was a Scottish midwife and also healer. In early 1590, King James VI of Scotland married Anne of Denmark-Norway, who along with her court had been fearful of dark magic. The queen's fears got the better of her new king, and after the two experienced dangerously treacherous storms en route to sailing back to Scotland, James VI launched a campaign against witches. Why? Because he came to the conclusion that witches had cast a spell on Mother Nature and started the horrendous storm. Of the 70 people accused of being witches in the North Berwick area between 1590 and 92, Agnes Sampson was one of them, thanks to another accused witch, Gillis Duncan. The confessions were brought on by torture, and the questioning oftentimes came from the king himself, but legend has it that Agnes doggedly denied the charges against her. Unfortunately, however, the torture was too much for her, and it broke her spirit. Sleep-deprived and exhausted by being bound in a witch bridle, which was an instrument that inserted 4 prongs in the mouth, she confessed to being allies with Satan and conspiring to kill the king. Sadly, she finally was strangled and burnt to death. Number 3. Murga Bien. Murga Bien stirred the pot. Many believed both literally and figuratively. A well-to-do German heiress in the 17th century. Murga was on her 3rd husband when her fate was sealed. Despite it being a relatively peaceful period in history, poor Murga happened to live in Fulda, Germany, a place far removed from stability. Having returned to power after a long exile, staunch Catholic reformer Prince Abbot Balthasar von der Beck ordered a massive witch hunt in the area between 1602 and 1605 to purge all evil ungodly activities. Of the over 200 people who were accused of and executed for being witches in Fulda, Murga was considered to be the most famous one. The circumstances that led to her death were ill-timed. She had just returned to the city after arguing with one of her husband's employers, and she found herself pregnant. What made the latter odd was that she had been married to her 3rd husband for 14 years, and they had never before conceived. Naturally, The townspeople believed the only way she could have gotten pregnant was through her having sex with the devil. Along with that lost to be a supernatural act, Margaret was forced to admit to having killed her second husband and children, one of the children of her current husband's employers, and that she had attended a Black Sabbath. In the fall of 1603, Margaret Behan was burned at the stake.